For 3 seasons, Survivor at UVA has seen epic blindsides, big characters, and emotions run deep. I'm standing on the steps of Maury Hall, where 18 UVA students will soon gather. They are some of the most compelling contestants chosen from our biggest application pool yet, and have volunteered to embark on one of the greatest journeys that college can offer. Many of these students are brand new to the university and have had no experience socializing in a college environment. On the other hand, upperclassmen have had the time to acclimate to the work hard, play hard atmosphere of UVA.
The email said that to come early, and I didn't know exactly what that meant, so I was like, people are probably gonna show up like 30 minutes early, so I thought to myself, I'll show up 20 minutes early. I turned up being the first person there, and I was just sitting on the stairs, someone filming me, so it was kind of awkward.
I'm a huge fan of Survivor. I'm not gonna let other people know that, of course. You know, that's like the first rule of Survivor is don't let other people know that you know Survivor. I want them to think that I'm just this country bumpkin who's just here to have fun, you know, and look like an idiot, which is, you know, only half true.
What are your names?
I'm Sarah.
Sarah. I'm Hunter. Ryan. Andy. Kevin. Tommy.
I walked in and where are the black people? And it was just a sea of like white. I mean, there was Ethan. Of course I walked in with Lauren. It was just kind of weird because everyone was talking and then it was like, where do I begin?
Hey, how are you? Was originally at UVA a few years back and then joined the Air Force, and then so now I'm coming from the Air Force and starting back up. My strategy is trying to win a bunch of comps while staying under the radar, which is pretty much not going to happen because if you win comps, people are going to want to take you out.
Or I was getting ready for the challenge, whatever, in my dorm room, and I was like, you know what, I really should wear my banana suit because it's kind of been my like unique thing in the past couple years that I've used for like running for vice president of my school. I wore it in my senior portrait that was put in my yearbook. Like, it's just kind of been my unique thing, so I was like, why not stand out at Survivor too?
I saw this girl in a banana costume, which was Hannah. At first I was like, what the hell is she doing? I didn't understand it, but she said that Hannah Banana was sort of her thing. Then she took it off. We sort of clicked then.
You didn't want to go? Why?
I love Jesus specifically for me, but like I'm also interested in everybody else's religions, and I want to navigate my way through like the connection of the spiritual realm and the temporal realm.
Your friend. Hi. Ellie too. Hi. Are you gonna try out for Survivor? No, you're not.
I want to always be kind because that's just who I am. I'm gonna lie as little as I can, but I'm not going to try to commit overly either.
I was in my girlfriend's room at Brown College, and so I had just gotten out of bed, and I got a call and remembered that I had to be on Survivor. So I rushed over. I was still in my pajamas because I didn't have my clothes with me, and I was in like slippers. I was totally unprepared.
All of them have one common goal: to emerge as the winner of Survivor Wahoo Warriors. In the end, only one will remain to claim the $100 prize and the title of sole survivor. 1 semester, 18 students, 1 survivor. Hello everyone, welcome to the 4th season of Survivor at UVA. So for this 4th season, we've got 18 new contestants, you guys playing for the entire semester, and by the end we will have one winner. How does that sound?
Awesome. Pretty good.
Who would say that they are a fan of the show? Nice, nice. So we've got a lot. Okay. So, girl with the bikie shirt.
That would be the best, so we're gonna start off. I'm Erin.
Erin?
Yeah.
As a fan of the show, what do you expect from this?
I think that all of the same like social dynamics will transfer over. Obviously, you don't have the like survival part, and surviving finals and things. Yeah, I'm expecting a good game.
Guys have been right with Erin. What's your name? Ethan. So how big a fan of the show are you?
I'm a pretty big fan. I've only watched a couple of seasons, but from what I've seen, it's very interesting. The blindsides, people's dejected looks when they get blindsided, and just like, oh shoot, I went wrong. So I also like the challenges and people sweating and dying in the heat. So yeah, I like the suffering of it.
Do you think there'll be suffering at all?
There's always suffering.
Okay. Go behind Erin. What's your name?
Sarah.
What do you think will be the different kinds of strategies people will use in the game?
You can either eat or like get eaten, so people will find a way around it, one way or another. It looks like a really diverse cast, so we'll see how it goes.
Sarah said something about eat or be eaten in terms of strategy and the game, so that was rather overt of her, so gotta be on the lookout for that.
Okay, well, we will be splitting you guys up into guys and girls for this first part of the game. Alright. Go right there. What's your name?
Lauren.
How do you think this dynamic between guys and girls will play out?
I mean, there's different, I guess, stereotypes about how the way guys act when they're all alone versus girls, and their behavior. Like, some people will probably say, girls would turn on themselves more easy, but I don't think.
Do you think the girls would do better? Do you think the guys would do better? Girls. Alright, so let's split up into guys and girls, and we will walk down to the bottom of the hill.
When I heard that it was going to be guys versus girls, I got a little bit worried because I felt that I might, in such a gender segregated team, where there's less diversity, and I was definitely a little bit of an oddball out.
Are you guys ready to get to your first challenge?
Yeah, we are.
Alright. Sure. So I will explain the rules here, but we're going to start at the bottom of the hill there. This first part of the challenge is going to be you guys will run up the hill this way, and then all the way up the hill over there where all the production members are, and at the top there will be a lamp. Guy and the first girl to get to the top of the hill and past the lamppost will win an advantage in the game. Okay. Yeah, Elliot.
Can we be barefoot?
What?
Can we be barefoot?
Yes.
I go barefoot often. I don't want to contract diseases, and I like to keep my feet clean, so I don't do it when I go into stores and school and stuff. But I, if when I'm on the flower farm, I would often go barefoot. And just being home, I barefoot run.
Survivors ready? Go! That was close, my guy. The winners for this first challenge were Kevin for the guys And Margaret for the girls. Congratulations.
Let's be honest, if you get the advantage, there's a target on your back. We've seen that over and over in various Survivor seasons. But I thought that at the end of the day, it's worth it. Just because, you know, the advantage can save your butt.
So, I said you guys would receive an advantage in the game. You will pick the first members of your new tribe. Okay? So, Kevin, you will have to pick a girl. Margaret, you'll have to pick a guy. This will become a schoolyard pick. The second members will then pick their own people, and you can't discuss as a group. Okay, so Kevin, you pick a girl first. Hannah.
I was looking around and Hannah was literally going, pick me, pick me. And we had sort of bonded on the stairs there, and I don't know, I just felt like it was right. It just seemed right.
All right, Kevin has picked Hannah. Margaret.
Well, since I didn't really have that original time to interact with people, I really had no first impressions of people. So really the first pick was honestly pretty random for me. I just scanned the crowd and picked someone that seemed to look friendly and looked like they were strong.
What's your name?
Ryan.
Ryan.
Ryan. Why did you guys pick the way you did?
I just talked to Hannah a lot in the, getting to know run. Got along pretty well.
Nice.
That's it.
No idea. I was looking for a friendly face.
Okay, so Kevin and Margaret, you guys will turn around. So face the other way. And now Hannah, you pick a guy.
Max.
Hannah has picked Max. Ryan, you pick a girl. Ellie. Ryan has picked Ellie. All right. Again. Now Max, you pick a girl. Sarah.
So obviously I only met these people something like 15 minutes earlier, so it was hard to judge. But I don't know, Sarah seemed nice. She seemed athletic, and I thought that if there were more running up hills, she might be good for that.
Ellie?
What's your name?
Me?
Yes.
Mario.
Mario.
Ellie has picked Mario. Now Sarah, it's your turn.
Ryan.
I think Ryan brings to the team like what I essentially can't, which I think was a big advantage, which is just simply like size and bulk and like pure brawn and athleticism.
So we've got Ryan B and Ryan A. Mario?
Yes. I forgot your name.
Sorry, me?
Yes, you.
Okay, cool.
Aaron.
Aaron.
Ryan?
Yeah.
All right. Aaron?
Hunter.
And I'm so happy I got picked by Aaron. Aaron's just a sweet person, Aaron and I really jived at that first meeting, and I think we can take this pretty far.
Lauren, who would you like? Ethan.
I picked Ethan because he actually lives in Metcalf with me. We discovered on the steps, or he was one of the people I talked to on the steps originally, so I was like, okay, it would be good to have a familiar face or somebody you already know that you could make a bond with.
Hunter, who would you like? Quinn.
Quinn is someone who will go before me. I feel like if the chips are down and we lose this first tribal challenge, then Quinn's gone.
Ethan, who would you like? Ethan has picked Katie. Quinn, who would you like?
Andy. Yep.
Andy. All right, you two. What's your name?
Tommy.
Tommy. Peyton.
My initial thought was, okay, I'm probably gonna go like in the middle here, like I'm not gonna get picked first, not gonna get picked last, and then obviously I got picked last, which, like, the initial reaction is, okay, this is like a shot to my confidence, but at the same time, I was actually, when I think about it, pretty happy that people don't perceive me as like a big threat. I can that's kind of where I want to be.
How does it feel being the last guy?
Not too great, but it's just the beginning. No worries.
It's just the beginning. Peyton?
No, this is fun. So this is just the start of it.
All right. So, Tommy, you will join Katie's tribe. Peyton, you will join Andy's tribe. All right, nice. So, Kevin, what color would you like?
Blue.
All right. Stripes say blue, so I'm going blue.
Okay.
All right.
You guys are the blue tribe. Your tribe name will be Chomani. Like the yogurt? So Margaret, you will have the pink tribe. Your tribe name will be Maui. Alright, I'm so excited.
Yeah, you like the gum.
It's like a banjo, yeah. Maybe I'll wear this like
Now that you guys are with your brand new tribes, we will walk over to the lawn to start our actual immunity challenge.
Let's go, y'all.
Hunter Quinn, Andy, Mario, Ellie, Margaret, Brian.
Yes, Ellie.
Peyton.
On our way to the lawn from the Hill Challenge, I talked to Hunter a little bit and said thanks for not picking me last. And I think that we kind of realized that we had a very natural alliance. We're kind of similar personality types, and we're both pretty smart. So I think that that's going to hopefully play out in the long term as a strong alliance for me.
Well, they sent out an email that now it's open for like 10 a.m.
Let's just not lose.
Yeah, let's not lose. We don't have to do that until never.
Hannah made a comment that like, oh yeah, we're the brown tribe, and I kind of looked around and noticed, I'm like, yeah, everyone's kind of, unlike, like not like me, but everyone's kind of physically strong, looks pretty athletic, so I felt like overall our tribe is kind of stacked in terms of physical abilities.
Like it never looks Yeah, that's literally all it is grass.
Like my friend's like, your quad sucks. And I'm like, well, it's not a quad.
Oh, that's the law.
Yeah, I haven't seen it long.
Okay, are you guys ready to get to your actual first challenge?
Yeah.
Alright, so how the challenge will go. You'll have 5 of your members out of 9 of your members at the beginning of the hill, and you will play The Floor is Lava. You cannot touch the grass. After you get 5 members across, 2 members that were on the sidewalk to be the only people who are allowed to touch the grass. So through any method possible, you have to get all 7 other members across this plot of land up to the sidewalk without touching the grass and only having 2 members. And then once all 9 members reach that sidewalk, you will run to the rotunda where there will be a word puzzle. The last 2 members will be doing the word puzzle, and the first tribe to finish their word puzzle will win immunity. And the tribe that loses will have to have the first person voted out of this game. Woo. Alright, do you have any questions? Okay, so we will get this challenge started. Survivors ready? Go! Max is starting for Chomanik. Ellie is starting for Maui. We've got Max and Ethan trying to fit on 1 square. Lauren. She almost touched the grass, but she is okay. Ellie and Margaret fitting on 1. and it is starting to rain. Both tribes trying to do something slightly different. Ellie still in the front, Margaret following Ellie. And Andy in the back for Maui. Katie in the back for Chomani. Lauren and Hannah are having a tough time trying to fit on the same tile. Margaret carefully stepping on the first tile. Ethan and Max are having trouble, it looks like. Katie trying something new. Maui is ahead, but only by a little bit. Chomanique is speeding up. Ellie puts down another tile. Erin dangerously putting her foot on the first tile. Ellie stepping onto the first again. Maui is now taking large strides, which is risky. Chomanique is taking smaller strides, but they're catching up.
Guys, just hold that pace and work up.
You guys are neck and neck right now.
Sarah narrating for me. You do not want to be the first person voted out of this game.
So close. What qualifies as the end of the hill?
Andy, Peyton, Erin, Margaret, and Ellie are very close, as are Max, Ethan, Lauren, Hannah, and Katie. Katie is balancing on one foot.
Guys, they're almost done. You guys have got it. Just
That is good, you're across the line.
Keep it the same, keep it the same.
But stay on. Good. Ellie's good. Margaret's good. Very close. Katie slightly slips. That is good. Good. Yes. Max is good. Ethan's good. Lauren's good. Hannah's good. Katie is good. Now you are on to the second round.
Hang on, Ethan!
Good job, David!
Carrying for Chomani.
You got it, guys!
Let's go! Let's see the hustle!
Ryan's now carrying Ellie. Ryan Velasquez and Kevin are heading back. Ryan is carrying two people. Ryan Velasquez is carrying Katie and Hannah. Can he do it? Katie is slipping. Katie has fallen. She has to go back. Ryan Velasquez tried something very different. It did not work, but it was worth a shot. Kevin heading back for Max and Katie. Mario's carrying Andy. Ryan Anderson is carrying Erin. Peyton is the only one left waiting for Maui. Kevin's got Max. Poor Peyton waiting in the rain. Ryan Velasquez is now carrying Katie. Chomanique now has everyone currently going across the plot. Mario and Ryan Anderson are struggling. Peyton waiting for someone to save her. Ryan Anderson and Mario both heading back for Peyton. What are they going to do?
It's right here. Okay. Oh gosh.
Guys, come over here.
Yeah, we can't.
You guys.
Okay, hold on.
And Ryan Anderson are exhausted. They are jogging to the rotunda.
Got it!
Invulnerable. They're
Nicely done.
Chomanique has won the first individual immunity of the season. Maui will be headed to tribal council to vote their first person out of their tribe. Okay. So after this first challenge, Chomanique has won. This guy. Congratulations. Ryan, how does it feel?
Tired as hell. Need an ice bath.
You got the rain.
Yeah. I just sit out there now. No, it feels good. That was a complete tribe effort right there. So.
Yeah. Even Maui helped us with the strategy. For the little area.
Yeah, exactly.
Quinn, you weren't even able to do the puzzle. What do you think went wrong?
I think that, carrying so many people is a lot of work. That's why I could never do that. And this guy over here,
Do the tank.
the juggernaut, carrying 2 people across at once, that's an advantage. And, it's all right though, we're gonna keep going. And then next week, when we don't have to carry people, our puzzle skills are gonna come online and they're gonna be losing someone off their team.
All right, well, with that, you guys are free to go. Chomanique, you are safe. Maui, we'll schedule a tribal council sometime this week.
All right.
And it did not go well. Like we were struggling so hard, and we just see all of them running up the stairs. Like they were so far ahead of us, and I lost all motivation.
I think everyone wished that we had at least gotten a shot at trying the puzzle, but at the same time, I'm pretty excited because tribal council I think is the most fun part of the game. It gives you the most opportunities to cause some chaos.
So walking up to the challenge, it felt like walking up to a game day on Friday nights. The adrenaline starts pumping. You start planning with your team. You start talking about it. Getting excited. And as soon as we figured out that we needed to carry somebody, instantly Kevin and I knew that was going to be our job, and that's where we were going to shine.
Oh my God, this is so funny.
And we got Ryan, who, as I've said too many times now, kid's a tank. Any physical challenge, Ryan will be super good to have on our side.
Oh my God.
You have the super athletic people for now. You have Ryan, who's massive, and in the first challenge we saw him literally carry 2 people across half of the lawn. You're not gonna get anybody like that on anyone else's tribe.
It was good for the tribe at the time, but then now it kind of shows my strength and that I might be a tough competitor in other competitions, and so it might work out in my favor now because it got us the win, but maybe later on down the line I'll have to tone it down and I wouldn't say throw a competition, but maybe not shine so bright.
Big Ryan's a beast. He killed that challenge. Honestly, we got to give him credit for that. But he also knows the game of Survivor. He's not just a meathead. He's not like the Ozzy or the Joe who's just going to compete and not form alliances.
Obviously, we want to keep as many on our tribe before the merge, but we also want to think about the boy-girl concept, keeping more guys than girls.
That's
Just
true.
we have 5 guys now.
That's true.
So
what do you mean by that?
Because there's the classic all-girls alliance,
Which always happens.
Yeah, and I don't care about an all-guys alliance because I feel like some of the girls are stronger than Ethan, but
we're not. Yeah.
I'd rather make an all-guys alliance just so they don't make an all-girls.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
he's strong, he's physically imposing, and he knows how to form an alliance. So we definitely have to watch out for him. I'd say he's the biggest threat in the game, and we need to get him out before the merge.
Do you want to go back to someone's house or what?
I'm going to my
I
house.
have
Whoever
an
comes
apartment.
is
My
welcome.
dorm is like 2 friends with me, or if anyone wants to hang out for a bit.
I'm hungry. We can go get food.
I have food.
I'm always down for food.
I know a lot of the first years and Quinn wanted to get food. Quinn was really pushing for everybody to go back to her brown room, which is pretty small, and she wanted to fit all 10 of us in there.
I mean,
we
I
got
the
the
group
group text, so now we can. Yeah, we got our group text.
I'm still down for food if anyone wants to get food. Yeah. You want to go get dry and then go grab food? Like, I can meet you at.
Where do you guys want to eat?
I'm not gonna.
I can meet some of y'all like somewhere.
I have food I need to eat in my fridge.
That's fine, yeah.
All right, we'll utilize our group text. And
Let's
we'll
utilize
see you
it.
there soon.
I think all of the upperclassmen were recognizing we have homework, and all the first years and Quinn were kind of like, we need to play the game still.
After the challenge, there's 9 of us on the tribe. 5 of them all went to the dining hall together, and I decided, even though I'm not a first year, I'm the only one that's an upperclassman going, that I would go with them because I think that 5 people is a very dangerous number when you're on a tribe of 9.
Mine, like you, like.
That was so funny.
Yeah, I fell on my hip at the party last night, and so like I couldn't sleep on my side that I normally sleep on. So I need to be in on that group of 5, and the other 3, Ellie, Aaron, and Peyton, who didn't come with us, are definitely all the ones who were talked about being voted out at our dinner.
I mean, I like them all. I like them all.
Yeah, I really like everybody.
Everyone kind of falls through like, I don't want to talk about it. You know, it is the first day of Survivor after all. But I feel like at some point, you know, the chips are going to have to go down. Someone's going to have to vote someone out. We have to be able to talk about this strategically if the 6 of us are going to work together as a group.
I'm nervous for like, I won't vote for Ellie because she kind of chose me. But like,
Also, I don't really want to vote for Ellie either because I feel like she really led us in that in the stepping stone part. Like, there's if I were up front, I really don't think I could have done as great of a job as she did.
And she said we should pick one of the 3 of them to vote out, and we kind of all of us said we didn't want it to be Ellie because we thought she was going to be really good in the challenges because she already was in the last one.
And so that left Peyton and Aaron. So we just kind of ended dinner on that fact that we were going to vote Peyton or Aaron out just simply because they didn't come to dinner. So we leave, and then it's me, Ryan, and Margaret, because Ryan lives in front of me in Gibbons, and I live in Woody, and Margaret lives down in Gooch Diller.
That whole 6
yeah,
thing, right?
I think it's good for right now. But like, honestly, 6 people at the 9% group is not really ideal.
And we're like, are we seriously going to vote out Payne and Aaron just because they didn't go? And I was just like, no, that's not my interest.
Keep it on the down low, 3 of us, and then we'll get a few people on board, but we just have a sit strong.
And we all agreed that we were going to have to meet up somewhere outside of the alliance and decide on who we're actually going to vote out.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
So after the challenge, I got a text saying that there was an advantage at Maury Hall. And so I kind of picked up my phone, saw it, and put it back down because I was with the rest of the tribe at the time. So after O-Hill, I kind of did a loop back around and went back to Maury Hall, and I picked up an advantage, and it was a half idol. So I just got to Maury Hall, and there's a letter, and it says, "Congratulations. For being the Maui tribe leader, you have been granted a half idol. The other half idol will be possessed by the other leader. By themselves, they are powerless. Only when they are used together can they be used as a single functional immunity idol." So here it is.
Post-challenge was euphoria, pretty much. It was pouring rain and my phone was inside of Hannah's bag. And when Hannah opened her bag, I saw a text from Genki saying, "You have an advantage waiting for you at Maury Hall."
Being the Chamonix tribe leader, you have been granted a half idol.
In order to have it be played as a real idol, I need to work with the leader of the other tribe. And funny enough, I really couldn't even remember what his name was.
It's up to you to determine whether or not to work with the other leader.
I don't know if I necessarily trust him because apparently he's been trying to get information out of my other tribe members.
All right, there we go. Welcome to Survivor.
I'm definitely going to be looking to contact Margaret and meet up with her about that. We've already started talking a little bit, but it's in the works.
Lauren.
We're walking out here in the rain, going to our dorms.
We just won the challenge.
Yeah.
We're safe.
Go blue team.
So after the challenge, me and Ethan lived in Metcalf together, and after that challenge, we were all like really gross and dirty. So obviously, I'm gonna go back to my dorm and change. So I was kind of walking with Ethan in the beginning, and then since we're all first years, me, Hannah, and Kevin, they were also walking in the same direction, and we're on the same team. So we start talking.
Max is more valuable than Ryan.
I agree. It looks like Tommy and Katie just might have gone to lunch together. So we gotta watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Right now, tight for them. We can try and pull in something.
We should be in an alliance together. We're all on the same team. We get along. We're all first years. And it was kind of just like an agreement. And so that was kind of the beginning of like a little alliance type thing.
Do we want to bring Max in? Because if Max already has a thing with Ryan and we try to bring him in, Max is just going to
I don't think Katie has any ties to this.
I agree.
Well, all the
I think
others
she might have ate
have,
with, even though she ate with Tommy, I don't think that's like.
I don't think she's eating with Tommy. She's a second year, and I think she's just going back to her dorm.
Kevin, Hannah, Ethan, and Lauren, they're all first years. They all walked back to dorms together. They all had time to talk. And then like Sarah, Max, Tommy, and myself, we all walked off towards the corner. So like we got to talk and like that kind of stuff.
I think this season is going to be really good because there's so many big people. Like we can fly right under. Yeah. We're the last two picks on our team, and we're gonna take it over.
Tommy, he's like my go-to man. It's nice to have somebody to bounce ideas off of, and I think like he's a good source of information too.
Yeah. We have 9 people, but this is our 5 alliance, and you're gonna see us until the merge.
So we knew we had to make an alliance right away, even though we want to gain majority on our team. We needed a 5th person, and I thought Katie would be a good person. I was gonna text her, but then I forgot. But then she texted me the next day, so then that's how the 5 of us came together.
I think just the most important thing is we've got our 5 now, and no matter what happens, even if there's some twist and we get put into 3 different tribes, if we can stay loyal to each other even through that, then we're set.
I think they just instantly like became a foursome, and then like they ended up drawing me in for like a little bit, so I'd be the 5th. Like that's not good numbers wise. Like if it gets down far, like if they need to kick somebody out, they're gonna kick me.
So like initially, I just thought, I don't know, for some reason I felt like I don't really know these people, but I just felt like Tommy would be like I feel like Tommy tells you what you want to hear to your face, but then he turns around and just does whatever in his best way.
Well, I'm kind of worried right now. I don't know if they're reaching out to other people, like the 4 of them. They're reaching out to like Max and Ryan and Sarah, and they're gonna try and reach out to Tommy soon.
We can try and get, like one-on-one, we can try to, I think I can get information from that.
Probably do that for Tommy.
They are also trying to like make sure that they have other options in case I guess I flip or something like that. So I don't know if they trust me either.
Max was like flat out. Wahoo squad.
I know.
Lauren, Hannah, Ethan.
Yeah.
Hannah is organizing like a dinner with Katie, and Katie told me with Katie, and I think she invited Lauren and Ethan, which is like an interesting move by Hannah. Once again, that's great for me in that I have that connection with Katie because information is power.
Because currently right now, with the 4, I'm not feeling super good vibes.
Yeah.
I don't know, they're not texting as much, which is just something.
I would rather be on Hannah's side. more so than Sarah said, I'd like to honestly get rid of Sarah pretty early just because she seems like very shifty and a threat in that way. But if they're after Sarah, we're good because we choose how it goes.
Yeah.
Because if me, you, Ryan, and Max vote together, if they vote for Sarah, no matter who Sarah does, it doesn't matter who Sarah votes for. We vote for Hannah. Okay, Hannah and Sarah can't vote. They have 3, we have 4. We take out, like, we control it.
Yeah.
And she can, like, kind of work me into that mix, and that makes 5. And we were talking about whether we want that to be like our 5 on the tribe. Maybe not. It's like never say no to an opportunity. Like to have a group in the majority would be a really like good resource.
Does someone wanna?
Alright, who do we want? Let's just start with that.
And I know that a lot of them aren't experienced Survivor players, but none of us are experienced players. Some of them don't have a ton of experience watching the game and might not completely understand everything.
We have 6 votes combined. At the most, assuming the 3 of them vote together, they have 3.
So I thought if I could get them to split the votes, that means it's 3 votes for Aaron, 3 for Peyton. I thought that if just I flipped and exposed the plan to those other 3 girls, we would have a majority at that point.
So if we split the votes, then we guarantee that if they have an idol, no one's going home. I mean, if you ever like watch the show Survivor on TV, after the first challenge, someone always gets an idol.
Yeah.
So even as the plans were forming, I was already setting up ways to just break them and take advantage of that.
Yeah, I just feel like we would have gotten a clue or something that that like all of us would have gotten, or like, I mean, I would have gotten it, but I didn't,
Yeah.
So like, I don't know why one of the 3 of them would have gotten.
So you,
I mean, like,
so
I
you
would
didn't
have.
get a good eye.
No.
Okay.
So I look at Margaret in her eyes and I ask her if the advantage that she had was a clue to the idol. She tells me emphatically no, but I don't know if I exactly believe her. But right now she's in my group of 6, so I just need to trust her at her word.
Like as like a sign of trust for you guys, like I did talk to Ellie like very, very briefly when I saw her in the middle. She wasn't with like anyone in the game as far as I know.
How do you talk to Aaron?
No, I talked to Ellie. And she wasn't with anybody as close as far as
Wait till me.
No, I talked to Ellie.
Are you sure?
Yes.
He happily confused Ellie with Aaron, which really confused me because they're 2 completely different people. There's no way to mix them up. And he said that he saw Ellie in the dining hall, which doesn't make sense because Ellie is like vegan.
Anyway, so I talked to Aaron or Ellie. God damn, I'm so confused at this point.
So I thought that was kind of suspicious that he said he spoke to Aaron first and then he flipped it and said he spoke to Ellie.
You know who was who? Dreadlocks or no dreadlocks? Dreadlocks.
Ellie.
Shit. I've been saying.
You know what? I bet. Okay, just to clear things up.
I talked to dreadlocks.
Okay.
We can say that.
No, we should not talk to that. Alright. Let's clear this up. Have any of the 3 of them reached out to any of the 6 of us? Not me.
Yeah, not me. I mean, I feel like I saw Ellie, yeah, but she didn't reach out to me.
Easier to like just go for Paige than Aaron. She doesn't really have to focus on the rest. But
Yeah, I'm down.
Easier.
I'm down.
I don't care anything about it.
No, I
Peyton.
Not Pete.
I'm with Paige. Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna like
Shaking it?
Alright, Peyton on two.
That's horrible.
Dreadlocks agree.
No.
Okay, Peyton agree.
1, 2, 3,
Peyton!
So what are we talking about?
Who we want to vote off and how we want to vote them off.
So do we have like any like idea of who we want to like?
Did we want to do like Quinn, like we talked about?
I'm fine with Quinn. Like
Yeah.
Keep the tribe.
I think like that would be like the least dirtiest. Like it would be the just like the most like realistic.
And so we were hoping to get out maybe Quinn because she's definitely one of the least athletic people. And she was going on about how she loved puzzles.
I was playing Bananagrams once and I got the word frictionless as my first word. That was pretty impressive.
And we all thought that everyone's going to be good at puzzles because it's a good school and people are smart here. So that's not really something that you can bank on saving you.
I felt like she was very like eager to like secure her spot and like make sure that she wasn't the target.
What are your like opinions on the rest? Like who we want to?
So
be
Andy,
with?
he'll definitely come with us, I think, because I know him already,
Mhm.
and like I feel like I can talk to him and tell him what we're doing, and he'll just go along with it.
Mhm.
And then who else? Hunter.
Hunter is definitely just.
He's with us, cause okay, so Hunter started a group chat with just us two,
Mhm.
and him, because he wants to do an alliance like that.
Okay, like I'm going to like talk bad or whatever, but I think Hunter's really manipulative. Like he's been texting me nonstop, like, and I not even about the game, just like, how are your classes? Like I don't know.
I think he's definitely running game on everyone and like being shady. But the thing that really rose suspicion was because he didn't tell the group, he just spoke with Quinn. And I was just like, so y'all are having side conversations without the group. So I thought that was like red flag, red flag.
That is concerning though.
It really is. Like for me, like it was a alarm. All right, so is this it?
Okay, so
Wait,
we're
but
gonna,
we need
so
to
we
know-
gotta, we gotta recap.
We need to know who we're voting for, Hunter or Quinn.
Okay, so physically, who do we think is stronger? Like Hunter?
Hunter, but not by much.
Yeah.
Definitely not by much.
And he's really playing like.
Let's do Hunter.
I agree. I think it should be Hunter.
Let's do Hunter.
So we thought it would be a good idea to get most of the people in our tribe to vote for this one person.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, right now we need more people.
Yeah.
Anyway, and we don't want to, like, I don't think it should be like a last minute, like, hey, we're doing this, you know, like, we kind of need to build those connections with a bunch of other people.
We each have like jobs to like recruit people. So like I talked to Andy yesterday.
Someone told me that Hunter has been texting a lot of people.
Yeah, he texted me earlier
Did he?
today.
What did he say?
He was just like, hey man, what's up? And he was like, how's it going? And I was like,
He texted
good.
me too, and Margaret said that he texted her. So like, I feel like he's scheming already.
And Margaret said she's gonna go on a run or something with Ellie, so hopefully she can get them and the other girls and we can get a majority.
This is not a thing.
Oh yeah, no, this is
Definitely not a thing. Like
it's just wonderful that there's a group of 6 of us and we just have a clear vote. Peyton.
Yeah.
Yep.
You hear that, Peyton? You're going home.
Definitely gonna be Peyton.
Tribal council Thursday. Somebody has to go home. Nice. Yeah. Okay, I don't want it to be me, and I don't want it to be you. Okay.
I reached out to Peyton on Sunday, I think, because I hadn't talked to anyone yet, and I needed to get in the loop.
She was the first person who contacted me privately, and I'm glad it was her. We established when we first met, secretly. She didn't want me to go, and I didn't want her to go.
So I'm thinking obvious choice of you, me, Ellie, Margaret, because that seems like we work together on that 5 person track. But who we need is our 5th person. Should we get Hunter as our 5th person because he can kind of keep.
He seemed really into chatting.
Okay.
But I talked to Aaron. I really like Aaron. And then
Not
like,
dreadlocks.
I mean, I really like dreadlocks too. Like I love Ellie.
Ellie and Aaron are both really
but,
sweet.
like yeah.
Moving forward would be having the 4 remaining girls in our tribe and Hunter kind of being like our own alliance. I don't care if they have the other guys think that they're part of it or not, as long as they recognize that ours is the one that's going to be like most steady.
I'll talk to Ellie.
Yeah.
And if Mark comes running with us, I'll talk to her. And if
Otherwise,
she
I
does-
can meet with her. And then Hunter.
Hunter, I think we should just text him.
Okay, so have you met with any of the other peoples yet?
I've talked with a few people.
Okay.
How
I
about
talked
you?
with Aaron,
Uh-huh.
and that was it. And I know we liked the idea of doing, focusing on like all of the girls and Hunter. And I think I'm talking to Hunter tomorrow.
Okay.
And I think we picked Hunter because like he seems to be the most like chill, like wanting to do stuff kind of person.
He seems like really into it though. Like I'm
He does.
a little wary just because I don't know. I just think
from conversations I've had, like, it seems like he's texting a bunch of people.
I bet he is.
Like, I don't know if he's reached out to you yet, but like, he's reached out to me. I know he's reached out to Mario and Ryan. Like, I think he's doing a lot of, like, I think he's talking to a bunch of people.
We all got the vibe that he was trying to play the game, but he might not have been playing it as secretive as he might have thought he was. So we thought that it might be easier to keep an eye on him than, say, any of the other guys.
I am a little wary of getting close to Hunter.
I feel like the best thing would be just to include him, because I feel like he's going to make himself feel included regardless. We might as well include him, but then just like the 4 girls know we also have to keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
Except we thought that it might be the best idea for Quinn the first round.
Voting for Quinn?
Yeah. I liked Quinn at first. I thought she was going to be like a chill person, like she was just here to have fun. And then I realized I don't trust Quinn at all. Okay. Only because she's so intense in the game.
Yeah.
She was alternating back and forth between being really nice and being like super competitive. I definitely think she's one of the bigger threats when it comes to socially. I don't think she can contribute a whole lot with the physical challenges. So,
yeah, no, exactly. No, I'm on board for Quinn.
Your strength is unmatchable! I guess the big thing to worry about now is actually tribal council.
Yeah, I know. I feel like this is when it starts to feel real. Like, Saturday was fun, but now we're like, someone's gotta go home. He was like, oh, I left my wallet downtown. Let's go hang out downtown. And I was like, I don't have time for that. Which I didn't, but I was like, oh, I'll give you a ride, because he's a first year and like it's a lot more difficult for him to get downtown than me. And also, like, I'm doing him a favor, so now he owes me, you know. He owes me his allegiance.
I'll put it this way. I think there are some people who are going to be useful in challenges. You know, obviously Mario and Ryan.
Yeah.
I think even someone like Quinn, you know, like I did pick her, you know, and she, you know, maybe she's not on the greatest terms with everybody, but I feel like she can be very loyal, very useful down the line, you know?
Okay. One thing I was a little bit nervous about was I was like, oh, who have you talked to? And he was like, Quinn. I was like, okay, well, you know, if you don't want to vote her out, then like that's fine, but we were maybe going to vote her out. So I know Quinn's name was floated around as someone to vote out, but none of us were like particularly like passionate about that. We were just like definitely feeling more like in sync with Hunter than I am with Peyton, which is like maybe something that I'll follow up with going forward. I don't care who goes home. I really don't. If we want to change it, then like by all means.
Yeah.
Hunter, immediately after he picked me in the tribal schoolyard pick, we immediately found ourselves in an alliance. I would say that I'd love to go to the end of the game with him. He mostly just tells me what he's doing and I tell him what I'm doing. Not a whole lot of strategizing, but I think that that's good for forming a friendship, and then that friendship will hopefully be able to carry us late into the game.
We should be pretty solid. We just need 5 to get someone out, right?
Yeah,
and
so let me tell you this. And I'm telling you this as a sign of trust, okay?
Okay.
There may be a chance that you might be someone's target.
Who?
But I don't want you to freak out.
Is it in the group or?
And I'm gonna make sure. I'm working
Wait,
on
who is it?
I'm working on changing their mind. I can't tell you.
Why can't you tell me?
Because I don't know exactly who it is. I heard.
Who told you?
I heard from someone else that someone was targeting you. That's all.
Who do you hear from?
I heard it from Aaron.
Well, I think we should get Aaron out then.
No, I think Aaron's a straight shooter, to be honest.
If this tribal goes ideally for me, I think that we'll be seeing either Aaron or Peyton going home. The two of them definitely seem like they're on the outs from the get-go. The pros towards going against Aaron are that she seems like she's the most outside and kind of the least enthusiastic about our tribe.
You know, I want to stick around, and I think that like it'd be nice. My issue right now is that our alliance is 6 people, and that's a little too big for my comfort.
Well, I don't know how secure the alliance is.
Yeah.
I don't know if I fully trust everybody.
I mean, I don't.
but I'm gonna make sure that you don't go home, okay?
Okay, but who have you been
so
talking to?
So you don't freak out.
I'm not freaking out. I'm not freaking out.
Okay, but I just don't want you to freak out.
I'd say this verse vote is very important. I feel like I've overplayed this week and I need to really step back. Thankfully, my scapegoat Quinn has played even harder than I have, which is exactly what I wanted. Who would be on board with Quinn though, is my question.
I think
Me.
originally Aaron mentioned that it would be like our goal would have to keep the rest of the girls and you for as long as we can.
The rest of the girls and me?
Yeah.
Okay. And there's a group of 4 girls, she, Erin, Ellie, and Margaret, who are trying to make an alliance with the 4 of them plus me. This is great for me. You know, the more the merrier. That sounds like a strong 5.
I think so too.
And is that how we would be voting?
I think so.
Okay. So who would we think? So we think about voting Quinn off?
Yeah.
I don't want Quinn gone. I want to keep Quinn as long as I can because I feel like Quinn is someone I can beat in the end and easily cut if need be. Say we do vote out Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
Who's next target?
Well, I hope we win.
But if we don't, who
Yeah.
would be and that's the other problem, is that if we always have this scapegoat in our back pocket, because if Peyton goes, then the next time if we want Quinn out, we just get Quinn out.
And same with Hunter. I feel like he's going to be definitely someone that's talking to a bunch of people.
Man, these Survivor weather conditions are brutal already.
And I think that's going to be good, but I also think that he could turn on me. I don't really have the best sense about whether or not he'd be loyal.
Yeah.
I did hear that you wanted to like have a girls like me, you, Erin, Ellie, Peyton.
Who said that?
It was Peyton that told
Okay,
me
because
that.
Peyton told me that you wanted to have an all-girls thing plus me.
I never said that.
I didn't say that either.
Wait, really?
No. And like, I think there's 2 sides of it. I think there's Quinn, who is playing very hard, very fast,
Yeah.
but very out in the open. And I think there's someone like Peyton, who seems not to be playing, but as we just figured out, she's very capable of lying to us and keeping a straight face. She's very capable of doing that.
Yeah.
My confidence level is not very confident. I think given my conversations I should be, but I think I'm always going to be nervous. I'm always going to walk out of a conversation thinking that they're going to try to vote me out.
All right. Well, if you think that we should do,
We should do Peyton. Okay. Do Peyton.
Okay.
Okay.
Peyton.
Pinky, promise? Peyton.
Okay. All right. Peyton.
I promise.
But we need to be in
100%.
communication.
We'd like Hunter to still be in our group, but we definitely need to make sure he's watched and we're not too trusting of him. But Margaret talked to Ellie and Ellie said she's on board.
I definitely think it could go either Quinn or Hunter, and it would probably be okay. We just need to get everyone on the same page.
Aaron talked to Hunter and said he's on board.
Peyton is a little bit on the outside of the tribe. She was the last pick, and so that's not good for her, obviously. In this first tribal council, it's going to be a little bit arbitrary because we don't know each other very well. And right now, she seems to have been the one that did the poorest job at making connections.
Alright, so Waim, welcome to Tribal Council. In this game, your buff represents your life. When your buff in this game is gone, your life in this game is gone. Ryan, so I have a question. There are 2 Ryans in this game. Ryan Velasquez and Ryan Anderson. Is there any way like you want me to call you to differentiate? They call him like Big Ryan, like Ryan A. Anderson.
You could do whatever you want. I'll take Ryan A. That's fine. Little Ryan is fine.
Okay. Little Ryan?
Little Ryan.
Alright. Margaret, who was the one you chose as your first member?
Ryan. Little Ryan.
So, Little Ryan, how did that feel getting the first pick?
It felt pretty great because I don't think I was the biggest guy out there, and so she said she was just picking someone who she said had a nice face, so that definitely feels good.
Andy, so what went wrong in the challenge? Like, Quinn and Hunter didn't even get a chance to do the puzzle.
Yeah, well, Big Ryan was big. And he carried twice the team, so it's pretty simple.
And Quinn, since you didn't get a chance to do the puzzle, you didn't get like a chance to also show your tribe what you can do. How do you think that'll affect your game at all?
Well, I just gotta pray that they, keep me around for another night, and hopefully they'll let me show them what I can do on the next challenge.
Peyton, is that a reason at all to consider Hunter or Quinn because they were the last puzzle makers?
I don't think so. I really think that challenge was kind of having Big Ryan over there. He just really kind of pulled through for that whole tribe, and so I think we couldn't really do much about that.
Hunter, what other factors are there to deciding this first vote since you guys just met?
Oh boy, it really just comes down to one person's word against another. I mean, there's no easy way to decide this. I don't want to vote anybody off, and I think that, just gotta go with my gut.
Peyton, let's go back to the first schoolyard pick. You were the last person left. You were the only person in this tribe who wasn't picked specifically by someone. Does that worry you at all?
Well, I mean, like, now, I wouldn't say it like worries me like right now, but at the time I was worried because I was like not sure what was going on. I mean, it wasn't more worry, it was more like, darn. Just like the schoolyard picks, like you never want to be in big class.
Do you think that was, do you think that played into how you socially fit into the tribe or not at all?
I mean, I am like a generally shy person. I don't really like to talk to a lot of people if I can help it.
Aaron, do you think there are any alliances forming at the beginning of this game or no?
I think everyone's trying to find their footing. I think it's too early for anyone to be like solidly locked down, but I think that they're always starting to form.
Quinn, do you think people are confident in how the vote's going to go tonight, or do you think people are really unsure?
I think the first vote is always going to be a mystery because people haven't known each other very long. People don't have strong alliances yet, and people are struggling to figure out, basically to make sure that it's not them. So I'm certainly worried for myself, and I'm sure everyone else here is worried for themselves about what's going to happen.
Little Ryan, do you feel the same way?
I definitely think everyone's sort of struggling to find an alliance. But I think some people will definitely be like sure of what's gonna happen, and like some people might not know everything. So,
Ellie, are you confident in what's going to happen today?
I'm never super confident. Well, I mean, I'm confident sometimes. I don't know. I think the game of Survivor, you can't be fully super confident ever.
Who here is very stressed? Andy, you're not stressed at all. Are you you're confident about the vote?
Yeah, I'm always confident.
All right. Margaret, what does that say about Andy?
I think if we have 8 stressed people here, one person being confident, that's probably good. We need some confidence on this tribe. So, not a bad thing.
Cool and collected.
I think
That's good. I feel some of your calm.
I'm here.
Does anybody here think they've made like a bad first impression at all?
I sure hope probably.
Probably.
That's just a me thing.
Okay.
I mean, you never know.
Right.
Vibes never lie.
Vibes never lie. So you think first impressions are accurate?
No, I think vibes are separate from impressions. Because like you can just like interact with someone. Yeah, like it's like getting that vibe is like more of a personal.
Well, with that, it is time to vote. Margaret, you're up. Head on down.
Sorry, I feel really bad voting anybody out. Peace.
Sorry, like I said, vibes are everything and you didn't give a good vibe.
You lied to me, you lied to Margaret, and now you're going home.
Sorry it didn't work out. Thanks for not blowing my cover.
I'll go tally the votes. All right, I have the votes. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and you would like to play one, now would be the time to do so. Okay, I'll read the votes. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area. First vote. Peyton. Second vote. Quinn. Third vote. Peyton. Fourth vote. Quinn. That's 2 votes Peyton, 2 votes Quinn, 5 votes left. Fifth vote. Quinn. Sixth vote. Quinn. Seventh vote, and first person voted out of Survivor Season 4. Quinn, that's 5 votes, that's enough. Bring in your buff. Quinn, 5 votes. Alright, with a near unanimous vote, you guys have passed this first tribal council. Hopefully, you guys can beat the blue tribe next challenge. You guys are free to go.
Well, I guess I shouldn't have trusted you guys. You know, even the greatest players go out first sometimes, you know? Russell, rest in peace. I don't know what I can say other than, you know, I thought I'd be a great addition to the team, and I'm sorry it had to end this way. And I trusted you guys, so yeah. That kind of sucks, but good luck to all of you. Hope you all lose. You know, all that good shit.
Next time on Survivor. One player flexes his social connections.
I want to make friends, I want to talk to everyone.
And another makes some enemies.
Hunter, I'd love to see you run! Do you know how?
I'm not sure what she's trying to do here, but that's completely uncalled for.